Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome back to Challenge to Spectate. Today we are watching a rank 1 challenger on EU West. Angurin? I think it's a pro, but maybe didn't make it to Worlds. They're playing AP Shyvana, and we're kind of answering the question, or wanting to answer the question, is AP Shyvana still like insanely strong? If you remember a little while back in a patch, they actually nerfed AP Shyvana and buffed AD Shyvana, but it wasn't by much. And I'm going to be honest, for a while I've played AP Shyvana. The damage is literally insane. And very early into the game. What I will say, though, is in the upcoming Season 11, Shyvana is going to be in a weird place in the jungle if they want, people want to go AP, sorry. Meanwhile, they're denying the ward, which is always a nice thing to do. The reason being is Shyvana gets a very early power spike by getting the Luden's Echo jungle item. A good amount of AP, CDR, and also you get the Luden's procs that can help to farming Dark Harvest stacks. Obviously, the item is going away, so I don't know if the champion's going to be heavily affected. Obviously, she's probably going to have to buy one of, like, the AP Mage Mythics, which is a bit weird. But anyway, an invade is happening. There is going to be a fight. W with a nice Bard stun. First blood for the Shyvana. Enemy team, no idea this was coming. And straight away, by the way, Shyvana with 2 Dark Harvest stacks off the bat. And there we go. Reminding this is a high challenger game. So invades like that, they happen at this rating as well. So this Hecarim is going to be in trouble. I'm going to predict that Shyvana is going to do these 2 camps. And if I had to guess, I would say she's going to go do her own red. Because naturally, the Hecarim doesn't want to be left out. He's now behind. He doesn't have a red buff. He doesn't have his wraiths. So he probably is like, oh, I need to go get Shyvana's one. So to make sure I'm even in having both of us having a red, etc. So this, my prediction, she's going to go straight over. She'll probably do wraiths first, then red. Because, again, the Hecarim isn't going to be there that fast. And for those who are wondering, why wouldn't she just go do her blue? Is there any risk at Hecarim taking her blue? No. Like, the Hecarim's not going to go do that. The Hecarim, if anything, would try to just kind of steal this red away. Because obviously that's kind of by itself. You can see Lucian is also hunting the Hecarim. No blue buff. It's already gone. So they are kind of pinging. The Hecarim might be around this area, and there he is, and he does get the red. So again, very easy to predict. Surprised, actually, that Hecarim gets away with that if he does. He's ghosted, by the way, to just run the hell away. But he does find himself a Lucian. Not sure he's going to be managing because the ghost proc was actually still on. And there we go. So the Hecarim, even though he got his red stolen, nice smite steal. What I would say, a little bit of, like, I'm not going to say lazy play, but what the Shyvana really should have done was stand in that bush. When, like, especially that, oh, Lucian's gone to blue, the blue's already been done. Again, you can easily guess the Hecarim's on his way to try and take the red, so he's not really far behind. So they should have maybe covered that vision off just to know if he was coming, and then maybe Shyvana could have got the smite, in the 50-50. But there is the early game, so very crazy already. Shyvana's going to go back, though. Going to pick up her probably, yeah. Oh, wow, interesting. Oh, wait, is this not AP Shyvana? This might, wait, it has to be. I have no idea what those, oh, it's Nash's Tooth. It's probably Nash's Tooth early. Interesting. Because like, when you see that, you're like, oh, they're going Blood Razor or whatever. I don't think she's doing Blood Razor unless something weird is happening. Because you only go Dark Harvest on Shyvana if you're going AP. But now Shyvana's going to go do the other side of her jungle. Meanwhile, top lane has been ganked. Aurelia goes down to the Riven with the Hecarim aid. And Shyvana will probably just do a full clear. Level 6 is a pretty big power spike for this champion. So she's going to pull that, with then also pulling the wolves, maximizing the time really in between the camps. And then probably go over to Gromp. And, I don't know, maybe look for a gank. It depends. Like, a lot of Shyvanas don't even look to gank early because her ganks aren't that strong until she gets her ultimate. Unless your team has, like, CC for you. Like, if you land a Bard stun or something, well, that helps Shyvana obviously quite a bit. Scuttle Crab obviously has not been done, I think, by either jungler, actually. There is a Scuttle Crab down there. I'm surprised that Shyvana's not looking for it, but they are looking for a gank instead. Bard E into the Shyvana. Ignite comes out. Shyvana blocking the damage. Lucian coming through as well, doing some damage. So this is my point, is when your team provide you a CC, you can gank as Shyvana. But again, they're not the easiest of ganks. E with then no auto from Jhin. Unfortunate, that should have been a kill. And that will be the end of that. Should have been a double kill, but they get one, which isn't bad. Aurelia does die again to another gank. But Bard literally did not want to give up. He goes the whole way around and actually gets the kill. And that, by the way, gave Shyvana an assist. And yes, this very early dragon I'm going to be honest, I think dragons need to be harder to do. They're both nearly dead, but they're just doing it. Like, to me, dragons should actually, you know, you should be scared of doing a dragon by yourself in the early game if you're low health. They're not scared at all. It doesn't do enough damage. But obviously, Shyvana as a champion gains stats from each dragon kill. Tank stats, technically, but it is a good thing to do and get, obviously, dragons in general. But for Shyvana, what it can provide, Shyvana is squishy if she goes the AP build. Well, getting all the dragons, well, that gives you tank stats without buying tank items. So it's actually very strong. But you can see Hecarim, by the way, look how aggressive that build is. He went behind in the early game. He just buys a Sheen. He just bought a Sheen straight up. That's very aggressive, but to be honest, Hecarim is an all-in champion. If you get behind in the early game, you're going to probably do kind of poop. But if you do well in the early game, you're going to snowball. He's an all-in champion. So, am I surprised? No. Other things that may surprise some people is the Vladimir with Cull. This has become very common. He's against a Lucian mid, who's kind of like, you know, AD, cheesy mid laner type thing, that they run Ignite, they try to get ahead early to bully a mage. That obviously a mage will inevitably outscale them. Meanwhile, Shyvana damage coming through is going to get the kill. Riven does get the kill, though, as well. So Vlad just doesn't care about laning against a Lucian, basically. He's like, I'm just going to farm as well as I can. I'm going to invest into my late game as a Vladimir by buying Cull and just kind of ignore you until I can one-shot you. So that's the problem with playing something like Lucian mid. You're on a ticking time bomb that if you don't get ahead enough, a Vladimir will just one-shot you. So, yeah. Shyvana goes back, though, and yes, so it is Nash's Tooth rush by her, which is good. I normally go that second item myself on Shyvana. I normally do complete the Runic Echo, because it's just nice on her, but I guess this Nash's Tooth build rush is faster for clearing the jungle, probably? So yeah, not a bad thing at all. Hecarim in the river, can they manage to do anything? Bard is probably going to catch him with the E. Hecarim then running into the Shyvana, into the Jhin. He just gets killed. Now the enemy bot lane engaging, and they will get the kill on Jhin, but now enemy team potentially going to die. Top lane, they trade, by the way. They trade under the tower, so that does show Aurelia is getting a bit more strength to her. She was at the time 0-3, and Riven was 3-2, and somehow Aurelia comes out on that with a traded kill under a tower. Aurelia's a strong champion, man, I'm telling you. So Shyvana going to do more farming. The game wants me to do the thingy cam. No, stick on the Shyvana, please. So far, really good early game. 203. Gold-wise, jungling, Hecarim has got 2.5k gold. Shyvana's got 3.7. So yes, there is a clear difference in the jungle right now. But as for the game itself, how is the scaling? Well, let's say top lane, Riven, Aurelia, they both scale pretty well. Junglers, again, they scale okay, but I would probably give a little advantage to Shyvana in terms of carrying a game. Hecarim is strong, obviously, but mid lane, Vladimir, clear advantage. Bot lane, I would probably give Jhin the advantage in scaling, and then supports, you know, the supports. Both can be useful in their own ways. Not necessarily they outscale each other. Okay, red buff being taken by Shyvana. This time she's in the bush just to make sure there's not a Hecarim looking to smite steal. And maybe Rift Herald will be done. Bard gets himself another kill. Rift Herald has just been completed by the Hecarim. Fight might be actually happening. Shyvana's going to take a little bit of the fight, but probably going to have to ult away any second. Waiting. Can they engage for it? Shyvana ults right at the end. A little bit too late. Vladimir gets a shutdown. Vladimir now turning with a bit of his damage. Again, Lucian on the back foot completely. And now Vladimir could potentially get out of control if they're not careful. Ezreal with a very questionable E. Bard tankier than he thought, because the Ninja Tabby, and bam, the Ezreal goes down. Jhin, though, dead. Yeah, Jhin dead. Nah, is it worth it? No, because that was a shutdown on Jhin. He actually had a bounty. Shyvana respawns, though, with a completed Runic Echo. So she gets the Stinger, and then gets the completed Runic Echo. So it's not a Nash's Tooth rush, I guess. It's an attack speed rush for jungle clear speed. Complete the Runic, and then complete the Nash's after. Scuttled Crab being taken. Dragon is spawning soon, so they're going to get that for the vision. Do a bit more clearing, and then probably look to do the Dragon. Maybe as soon as it spawns. It depends if they've got priority or not. Or if, like, you know, Hecarim's top lane, well, that then gives you the Dragon, basically. So Aurelia, even though she was breathing behind, there we go. So Hecarim in the top lane. Aurelia going to go all in because she's getting ganked once again. Not great vision control. Is, though, getting the kill. I'm telling you, Aurelia as a champion is not balanced. Is not a balanced champion. What the hell? Okay. Well, that's really good. Ezreal coming through. Is Aurelia going to die? No. She's fine. Dragon, though, spawning very soon. Vladimir is apparently flashed in mid lane. And you can see now the tables have turned in mid lane. Lucian is getting out-farmed. Vladimir on the back foot with then the Leona engaged. What can happen? Probably just a disengage overall. But yes, Shyvana is straight on that dragon as that is her priority. But like I've mentioned a few times when it comes to the tier kind of Muramana rise in popularity, this doesn't make any sense to me. You're a Lucian against a Vladimir. You know you get outscaled. So you're buying a tier item, I guess, to have better scaling, but you're still not going to outscale him. Dragon form, oh, missed E by Shyvana. Bard's in the area, though. Hecarim obviously can't really get away. What can Shyvana do? She needs to land. Bam! Big damage. Kills him with like a third health. Ezreal now also dies to the Shyvana. Double kill Shyvana 4-1-3. Big E coming through. Riven, both top laners actually here. Aurelia dies again. Riven dies again to the hands of Aurelia. And that was a really good fight for red team. Big Shyvana. Like I said, the Runic Echo Spike. This it's too much damage. Like, Hecarim was maybe just under half health, and Shyvana just boomed him. It's the combination of Dark Harvest and also just her burst. Like, it just does too much damage to me anyway. Let me know what you guys think down below. But what does it say? So in dragon form, fire breath explodes on target, blah, 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 dealing 169 bonus magic damage and scorching the earth for 4 seconds. Enemy on scorched earth take 102 magic damage per second. So again, that is 310 damage. That's the base damage that in human form, plus 169. It has a, wait, what? It doubles, it has a double AP ratio? Is that correct? Holy moly. So it's, yeah, so it has, oh, that's a lot of damage. Huh. Hecarim in the back foot, maybe actually in trouble here. Pops the Rift Herald to go mid lane. They were probably looking for a dive. Oh, big brain. Bard denies the charge damage. Wait, did Shyvana just one-shot the Vlad, basically? Ooh, doesn't get the kill, but they will back off. Really nice play by Bard. He denied the Rift Herald, just completely. The Rift Herald's damage in its charge, he made the tower immune while the charge was happening. Really good. Really smart play. Ezra on the back foot, clearing that ward. That was Shyvana's control ward from earlier. But red buff is being stolen once again by the Shyvana. Hecarim right now nearly half farmed to the Shyvana at, 30 minutes in the game. She's going to go back, probably now complete the Nash's Tooth if she has enough money. Yes, she does. Lucian completing his Manamune. But again, Vlad now with a 20 farm lead in mid lane. So this is going to be an interesting game. Top lane, though, quite low farm. Riven is still 20 ahead. They kill the Aurelia again, but only ever with the Hecarim. Maybe it's not a Riven main or something, or, it's a skill matchup, but the only time this Aurelia's died is either she's traded with the Riven when she was even behind, or she's been ganked. So the Aurelia's actually not doing too bad. She probably just needs better vision control to actually see the Hecarim coming. And by the way, if Riven is staying here, to me that means there's other people top. And there's the Leona in the river right there. There's no way that Riven can take on this Shyvana in a 1v1. She's only got that confidence because there's a teammate nearby or something. Shyvana doing some jungle clearing or ward clearing. Again, always do your best to deny vision. Vision is information. Vision is the difference between your teammate dying or not, or an enemy team dying or not. Vision is like, people say, what's the important things of League? Vision. Shyvana coming in with her ultimate once again. You'll see she's very, she just goes for it. There's no point having it on cooldown when a lot of your poke damage, she has to flash. Riven also coming in with the Leona ultimate a little bit too late. Lucian goes down, by the way, does get them low, but doesn't do enough, unfortunately. And by the way, there's Shyvana's damage. Let's just show that again, by the way. So again, few seconds. Watch the Ezreal's health. So right now he is full health. Just notice that. Full health. Bam. So look at that combo. That was her E with Dark Harvest proc. And he just nearly died. And she's got 2 items. It's 14 minutes into the game. And she's technically not a mage. Like, again, if it was like, oh, it's a mage, then great. But she's not really a mage. Red buff be spawning, dragon in under a minute, and you can bet that Aurelia will probably, Shyvana will probably be there wanting that because dragons. That's kind of her thing. But yeah, I'm surprised, by the way, in the new dragon skin line that they didn't do like a Shyvana dragon skin, because that would kind of make sense, like a dragon lord or something, but they didn't. Fight happening in top lane, 1v1. Aurelia versus Riven, maybe. Ooh, Riven with a high damage. Shyvana finally coming in to save the day. So usually it's the Riven that's been getting the jungle help. Now the Shyvana does it, and you can see the pinging on Dragon has begun. Hecarim going for a 2v1 at half health. Little bit questionable, I would say, by the Hecarim. He's dead before Dragon. That's a really bad death. So literally, Dragon is spawning, jungler just died. Questionable. Well, to be honest, more than questionable. That was bad. And Dragon is being done. Third Dragon of the game for Red Team. Which again, if you guys are wondering what specific stats Shyvana gets. So Shyvana deals 20% more damage to Dragon type jungle monsters. She also gains 5 armor and magic resist per dragon. Increased by additional 5 for each. Yeah, so she gains 5 armor and 5 magic resist. And then she gets 5 each time that she kills another dragon. Or like her team gets a dragon. So if she doesn't have to be involved in the dragon kill to get the stats. So right now, I think it should say, does it say around here somewhere? No, it doesn't. Sometimes like buffs up here to actually tell you, but you know, without building pretty much any armor, she's got over 100 armor right now. That's the point. She's actually quite tanky for being full AP. All right, 514 Shyvana, 160 farm, most farm in the game right now. Buying, what's that? Well, she's got a null mantle. She's completed Sork Boots, but null mantle and an amp tome. I'm not sure what she's going to be building into. Is it a Banshees maybe? Again, I'm going to be honest, my brain at the moment when it comes to items in League is very mush because I've been playing on the PBE testing all the new stuff. Oh, here we go. Big play. Look at Hecarim. He just got absolutely destroyed by the Shyvana. Damage coming through. The E is down, and reminding everybody, the initial hit obviously is a lot of the damage, but the E like leaves land on the floor. That is also doing a lot of tick damage for 4 seconds. So just in the middle of a team fight, having one of these big fireballs is absolutely insane damage too, because that's AoE. If 3 enemies are on that, they're all taking that damage, which is just nuts. Ace basically for Red Team over Blue. The only one that I don't think died was Riven. Riven, however, looking, you know, desperately for that Lucian kill, but she doesn't get it. She does use a flash, but doesn't, you know, no kill. Lucian survives by using his flash. He's going to use his culling ult just to make sure that Riven can't continue to push until the Bard may be nearby to help save the day. And then top lane, they, by the way, have pushed in to kill that tower. Bard looking for a gank. Does land a really good stun. Lucian going to go in for the bit of damage. Riven's probably going to turn this. Like, will turn, but not do enough damage. And she goes down in the end. Potentially, you could say that was an overstay. Shyvana now getting a blasting wand. Which, again, it could be Riley, but we'll see when she goes into... Like, she's got a few options, does Shyvana. Which is always good. You like options. And meanwhile, Lucian has managed to recover that 20 farm lead that the... Vladimir had. Hecarim on his way down to Lucian. Bard denying the Hecarim charge. Like, these Bard ults have been fantastic. Hecarim might have to ult away. He actually doesn't have it. He is just probably going to die to this Lucian. Again, his damage is not incredibly impressive right now, and he doesn't get the kill. And that is because he just has a Manamune and a longsword. He might have a lot of gold on him, potentially. Shyvana kind of eat into that. A fireball comes down. Enemy team, look at the damage. Look at that damage that is occurring. Absolutely mental. Fireball nearly killing her. Leona probably going to go down. Shyvana's going to continue with the Jhin ultimate over the top. And the enemy team is just getting wiped out completely. Which, yeah, the damage is just so high. And worth also knowing, like, I've had games of Shyvana, like some people say, oh, she's only doing this damage because she's fed. Not necessarily. I've had games of Shyvana that you're like having an okay game. Even you're slightly behind. It still does a buttload of damage. Like, look at Hecarim's build, by the way. He has built a Spectrus Cal second item. That is for the only AP champion on the enemy team is Shyvana. They have everything is AD. Aurelia, Lucian, Jhin. All of them AD. But Hecarim's like, I need to buy magic resist. That says something, you know? Hecarim getting caught with the E fireball and then the Jhin damage. And the Hecarim goes down. Weird positioning by him, to be honest. Hasn't had the best of game. Shyvana, you know, Baron could be a call soon. They do have high damage on it. Are they going to go for it, though? It looks like it. Yep, the ultimate's coming through. Why ult the Baron, by the way? The tick damage of your Fireball is going to be burning that Baron actually very fast. And obviously just makes Shyvana do more damage, so why not kill it? The cooldown on ultimate is not that long to build up the Fury or whatever it's called again. And this is a 3-man Baron on spawn of it, and they just straight up kill it. There you go. Shyvana with a strong Jhin. So she's going to go back. What did she buy? Oh, okay, it was Banshees. So she's got a Banshee's Veil. Just gives her a little bit more survivability, but still maintains high damage. Because, again, if you get caught out, you're probably going to die. But you can avoid a Vladimir ultimate or a Leona ultimate stun or something like that. It's quite useful. Dragon is being asked for. Hecarim in the area. If they get this Dragon, it is Soul. Hecarim again. Oh, they're just absolutely rushing this Dragon. Weird positioning from Shyvana, I'm going to be honest. It's been kind of odd that she's really wanted every Dragon. But the one that she doesn't go for is the one that she could have been there, but she... Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why Shyvana did that farming instead of going for the Dragon. Riven has a very weird ultimate. Shyvana waiting for her ultimate. Maybe it's because she didn't have ult. Weird there. Does some damage on the Vladimir. Riven does go down. Vladimir going to go all in onto the Jhin. Does he have the damage? Jhin does not go down. Shyvana picks up the kill, 7-1-10. But yeah, unfortunately, they did give that Dragon away. Shyvana on her way to help. Boom! Big damage on the Ezreal. And the Leona is doing her best to get away. Does get hit by the Jhin, and Lucian will pick up the kill. And they most likely now, with minions already being there, will work their way into the enemy base. Hecarim, by the way, is having fun with the Bard. It kind of looked like maybe Hecarim ran out the fight and then tried to do some counter jungling. There's been some weird things this game, and this is a challenger game. Again, this is rank 1 challenger that we're watching right now, who obviously is a jungler. I would say, I'm not surprised, by the way, rank 1 is a jungler. Bard having fun with Hecarim again. To me, jungle is the role to climb on in League of Legends, like, by far. You have the most pressure, objectives are so important, you can affect all the lanes, like, and usually a game is determined by which jungler is doing better. I think most of us could probably agree to that, so if you're the jungler, if you're doing well, you're probably going to win the game. So yeah. Alright, large rod coming through, which will be now for the death cap, I imagine. Just to get the big damage starting to roll in for Shyvana. She is not giving blue buff away. That's kind of funny. Not sure if she wanted to take that or if she just did too much damage to it. Who knows? She probably wanted it. Level 15 has been hit. Obviously, level 16, she'll be getting a power spike with another ultimate. What does the ultimate give when she levels? I actually do not know. So the Fury gain, passive Fury gain gets faster, so she gets her ultimate faster. Bonus health goes up, and flight damage also goes up too. So she just gets stronger. Hecarim, you can definitely tell, has fully tilted now. Gets one shot by the Shyvana with playing with the Bard, and he will go down. So yeah, even like Troll giving up like that happens in Challenger, everybody. If it happens in Challenger, it's going to happen in every rating of the game. It's part of solo queue. Alright, so now they're pushing in the final lane that they haven't got. So they'll have the super minion pressure in top and bottom. Sorry, mid and bottom. And now they'll go top to kind of just end really the game. I don't think the enemy team can do much about this. It does seem that maybe some of them could be AFK. Let's have a look. No, they're not AFK. They may have just been respawning. Enemy team engaging. Lucian damage, not too impressive with the Gargoyle proc from Leona. Bard ultimate, lovely Bard ultimate coming through. Shyvana, by the way, not here. Would it be great if she was. Hecarim, wow, see? Enemy team, can't count them out. No Shyvana. They do get just absolutely wiped by a Vladimir Hecarim Riven combo. But Shyvana does get the inhib, which is obviously a good thing too. But, yeah. So the pattern that I will say I have of the Shyvana is obviously insanely good player, being ranked 1 challenger. Obviously, I'm not going to say that they're not. But there is a bit of a pattern that has emerged that, you know, didn't go to the Dragon to get the Dragon Soul. They're in top lane when their whole team is bot lane. So they do have like a thing of sometimes being alone. But this is something that good players will tell you to do sometimes. You get more XP when you're alone. You get all the gold income if nobody else is farming with you in the same lane. So how do you get a farm lead? How do you get an XP lead? Farm alone. Be alone sometimes, even as a jungler. Riven, I'm not sure she should take this fight, I'm going to be honest. But it looks like, well, she's trying to dodge the fireball of death, Because if she gets hit by one, she's probably going to die. She's nearly dead. Probably not in the end, though, but a lot of damage coming through. Hecarim does die again. Not sure what's going on there. And, yeah, you can see the flood of double super minion waves going into the enemy base. And the Ezreal will get some nice farm from this. I've always mentioned that if you are in this state of minions constantly flooding into your base, if the enemy team don't end the game soon, you actually can turn the game. Because look at how much gold is just constantly flooding into blue team's base. They're getting a lot more farm right now than red team is, because red team have nothing to farm. So yeah, that is one thing to say. When you're in this position, when you're red team, end the game ASAP. Use the pressure that you've got. Jhin with a big 600 tower damage. Hecarim coming in all in onto the Jhin. Again, definitely tilted to some degree, going for that type of play. Riven gets one shot as well with the enemy team. Baltimore comes through. Nice Jhin ultimate. He's been on point with those today. Shyvana does miss that E. Enemy team on the back foot. Leona dies to the Jhin. That E missed, which is surprising. And that will most likely be the game. So that was Shyvana. Big damage coming on the Ezreal there. He does also go down. And from memory, the Shyvana did, I think, the most damage in this game. But let me know what you guys think. Is Shyvana AP especially too strong? Like, does it do too much damage? I probably would say it does. Like, very early into the game, it just does chunk damage. And it's like, really? Like, I don't know. It's weird. I like it and dislike it at the same time. But let me know what you guys think by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.